This is Tim with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you guys as promised here. Now I had the website pull up. We'll look at this in just a second. I'm going to start this video out on a Google search page. What I've typed in is roofing Dodge City, Kansas. And this is what we consider a keyword, but more specifically has tons of buyer intent behind it. You know, somebody actually looking for the type of service that you guys are providing within an area that you provide it. And these are also people, coming to Google that are looking for a reference point using Google, and who is Google recommending that they should use, right? Now, being, kind of a little bit of a smaller area, Dodge City, it looked like you had one in Garden City and then over in Manhattan as well. So you got three different areas or offices, and you should have a business profile created for all three of those, and you'd be able to rank a business profile in all three of those areas. Okay, so that would be one way organically that you can rank in every single one of those areas in about a 5 to 10 mile radius outside of that. Okay, now your website can also help you in all three of those areas, but for any other area in Kansas that you guys would want to try and rank for, or outside of the state, however far you want to be able to. Just to put the point across. Now, people type in stuff differently. We just want to be able to get generally on the first page for as many of these buyer intent keywords as you possibly can. Okay. Now we see only one company running the Google guaranteed ad so far in Dodge City, and they're most likely doing it because they aren't ranking there organically. They're trying to get some leads generated in this area, but this is definitely a great option if you're looking to do the same in any other area as well. But I generally stay away from them just because a large amount of people just glance over them and don't really pay much attention because they really want to see what's ranking organically through the business profiles and through the websites. Now, as we can see, you guys are doing fairly well for both of these in Dodge City. So this isn't really that big or a main area of concern. Now, I'm not going to take the time to take a look at all the other areas, or Garden City or Manhattan, just because I want to keep this video as short and sweet as possible. Now, if we come back over to your website, and what I'm going to kind of take a look at here, it looked like you were servicing, pretty much the entirety of the state. You'd have to tell me if I'm wrong, but there are quite a few things right off the bat that I like with your guys' website. It's got the interlinkings to your different social media pages, which is perfect. It's got some call to action buttons. As your roof leaking, go ahead and get a quick bid. It also shows that you guys are linked up with Hearth, a monthly payment system, providing loans for some potential customers that you guys will have. It's got your different service pages linked throughout, so on and so forth. It also spotlights some of your most recent projects as well, which is all really nice and cool. It's got your different locations down through here. Now, what we are missing is a good amount of content on your homepage, okay? And content just being the actual words that are within it. Generally, Google is going to want to see at least a bare minimum of 500 words of content, and probably 500 to 1,000 is going to be a decent sweet spot that you could consider when it comes to roofing and construction services in Kansas, from what I've looked at in some of your other top competitors in the larger areas. Okay. Now, why I say that is content is king when it comes to ranking a website generally. Through the content that are actually on your pages, and then you can do content through a blog as well. And a blog is a great way to push relevant content to your website every single month, as well as start to index for some of those keywords that involve, roofing information. And it can also keep people within your website longer. And all these things add up into being able to rank you higher within Google's algorithm. Okay. But now what the content does for your other pages, like your service pages, your home page, and then what I think you guys should be building out is a service area page as well. You can put keywords within that content. And generally a good benchmark is every 150 words of content, you can have a keyword placed within there without overstuffing, okay? And there's a lot of on-page SEO, like the content and keywords, your actual page titles. We can see your page titles, roofing services, Diamond Roofing, Kansas, right? So you can target all these different areas with these different keywords and all the different services that you guys provide as well, okay? So that's going to be a huge thing. Now, what I want to do next is I'm going to go ahead and use this paid program. called Arifs. It's going to give me this dashboard of numbers. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a look at your guys' website, a top competitor in Wichita, and then a top competitor in Kansas City. Okay. Now, right off the bat, these first two numbers here that's generated for me are your strength and trust ratings that Google has for your website in particular. Now, they're ranked out of 100, but truly once you hit a benchmark of about 30 and above for each of these, Google's considering you pretty darn powerful at that point. Okay, Google's saying we have strength with you, or we have trust with you, so we are going to allow you to be able to rank fairly high for these keywords, right? And you don't have to hit this benchmark to rank for keywords, but it's definitely a good benchmark to try and hit. Now, you do that by building up strength and trust through these backlinks, which is any clickable text or image linking one website to another, and those are all held within these different referring domains. Now, what is absolutely crucial about these domains is you need them to be authoritative, okay? And authoritative meaning they already have higher strength and trust within Google. So once you do acquire that backlink from them, Google recognizes that and is going to influx your guys' rankings to be higher. Now we can see your keywords you're ranking for just under 130 and bringing in just under 50 traffic, okay? And what I did was I clicked on those keywords and we can actually see what you're indexing for. And we can see you're indexing for the company name, roofing as Kansas in a whole, which wouldn't be a bad keyword to rank for on your homepage. If you guys service the entire state, targeting the entire state on your homepage and then building out service area pages for all those areas in between that you want to target. You got target keywords for Manhattan, Garden City, Kansas City, Kansas. Let's see here, some more Kansas City ones, roofing Kansas City. And we're going to see this exact keyword, keep this in mind, in just a minute, okay? Roofing company, Kansas City, 600 search volume, right? But you're on the 5th page of Google, so you're not getting much eyes there on your website. You also have, so you do have a keyword for Wichita as well for metal roofing. So you do have keywords involving some of the larger areas within Kansas. Now we just got to be able to get you to rank for them. Now, but we can see, roofing Kansas, you guys are on that first page, 7th position, so you're getting some traffic from that, and you should be generating about 30% of that traffic as a lead for your company, okay? Generally, from a buyer intent keyword, about 30% of that traffic will end up generating into a lead for you because they will reach out to you. Now, I want to go ahead and look at this, okay? Now, I'm not going to take a look at their overviews. I'm just going to take a look at their keywords, okay? So this is road and roofing, going to be a top competitor in Wichita. We can see the different Wichita roofing keywords, also guttering. And we can see, roofing companies, Wichita, 500 search volume, so pretty good search volume there. And he's getting about 33 of that, so, under 10%. But generally, you'll get about 10% once you get on that first page. Obviously, the higher on the page you go, the more percentage of that volume you'll get. The lower on the page is the less percentage of volume. So right at about 5 is where you can expect 10%. Because you're halfway up that page. So he should be getting about 10 to 12 leads for that. Another 5 for this, 5. So he's probably generating himself 20 to 30 leads per month for roofing in Wichita. And then we can see Christian Brothers in Kansas City. Okay. Now here's a huge difference. This is a company that is absolutely dominating when it comes to the Google search for these different keywords. We can see the positions, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, right? So they're on the very top page for a majority of these keywords. And you can see how that translates into the traffic compared to the volume. So he's getting 30%. Remember, this is that keyword I told you to keep in mind. Roofing company, Kansas City, 600 search volume. He's getting over a third of that into his website. So he should be generating around 30% of that traffic. So about 70 leads per month just from this one keyword. And that's just absolutely incredible. I mean, and remember, these are organic leads. These aren't, your home advisor or Angie's List leads, where they're getting shipped out to 5 or 6 different other companies. And then you got to fight through those companies to try and land that client. These are people who have looked through your website, clicked on you through Google, like everything they see compared to the other companies on Google search, and has reached out to you. So they're generally absolutely interested in what you guys can offer. And those are going to close at, 50% or above ratio at that point. So, and you don't have to do this for every single area. But again, if you can get on the first page for all these different areas that you guys can service within Kansas, I mean, the amount of leads that you guys can generate would be within the hundreds. Okay, so if you have any further questions or concerns, go ahead and feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you guys any way that I can, or elaborate on any of this information as well if that's what you need. My contact info is down below in the email. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.